You are a man.
Hey, man, I just got to use the facts, like I said, man. I just got to give you what I see when I'm there.
Good call, Booster. That's what. So you telling me when you put on a race, they give you rules and you stick with it. It ain't just for one person.
Dude, any race I've ever done with Discovery, like I said, we go over the rules. It's all in writing, and they got someone there to make sure you follow them.
Okay, now we're gonna go back to back in the day, street racing. Back in the day, you remember one time when I went to Texas? I went to Dallas, Texas, to a street race, and Crack Kelly was there, right? And the Bird Brothers and a few of us was there racing. You agree?
Yeah, they're there.
How many times did you move the street that night?
Well, the problem was...
I ain't asked that. I asked how many times. I asked how many times you moved the street, sir.
Oh, yeah, at least probably 7 or 8 times.
And you didn't do nothing wrong. You know that? Because if you're a real street racer, it don't matter if you move that street to King Kong. If I claim, guess who won that night? The Bird Brothers.
Yeah.
I didn't trip on it. I didn't care. I never got on the internet one time and said anything about you moving the street. I didn't care because if you claim to be a street racer, you're not a street racer in a bubble. Don't you agree?
Street race on any. You got to be able to race anywhere.
You say if you're a street racer, what you got to be able to do?
Race anywhere.
On any street, wherever.
Yeah.
All right. I love you. Good call, Booster.
All right, man. Later.
All right. So, y'all heard it for, when you're racing on the street, they're supposed to stop all the whining and the crying. When we started Fastest in America, they gave me I figured out a bunch of rules, right? I talked to everybody agreed on these rules, and that's what we stuck by. We agreed at the end of the last 3 races, we're going to move it up to what are we trying to see? Who's the fastest on the street? Not when we sit there on the street and let's have 10 million passes and glue it down and do everything and then race. Hey, we're not trying to fit. You know what? The old truck or the old heifer, it ain't got a chance of running a 3-0. But if you put them on a real street, I got a good chance. That's what I'm saying. And I ain't tripping on nothing. Let me talk to them. I got somebody coming on, y'all. I got somebody coming on the phone that's going to talk a little bit. Because I ain't going to tell you nothing. If I can't back it up and it ain't the truth, I ain't going to say it. I'm going to stay quiet. If I ain't going to never do nothing. But I ain't going to get on here and tell you no pack of lies. I am a man. I ain't going to tell you that there's a bunch of rules made and they changed them and it didn't go like that. Let me talk to Brent. That's the only one I need to talk to. We're going to talk to Brent Self, y'all. Black Sheep Mafia. And then they'll tell her and whine and tell you, don't jump, but then they'll jump them people 2 or 3 car lanes. Come on, man. I ain't going to tell you nothing. I'm going to race you. That's what I'm going to do.
He's trying to get Adam on the street. That's why he is. I just talked to him.
We're going to get somebody on here. Stick with it. It's going to be worth sticking in here. Oh, y'all want something to eat? Mitchell, what you making?
Cheese stick.
Cheese stick.
Want some?
I might. Y'all stick on it. I got a new host coming on. I got to drink this Pedialyte first, y'all. Got my blood pressure up. I'm going to get mad when I lose, and I'm going to talk a lot of trash and all that old stuff because I want to win. I'm going to work real hard and spend my money. But I ain't going to get on there and tell you no pack of lies. I ain't going to do that. I'm going to stay quiet.
No.
Hello, sir.
Hang on.
Put some bass in your voice. If you talk, put some bass in your voice. Hey, what's going on? I had to plug it.
He was coming to the phone, but I think it shows that I got him on there. I don't know.
All right, what's going on, Brent? I got you on live feed.
Oh, my goodness.
You better put some bass in your voice.
JJ the Boss live feed.
JJ the Boss live feed. Keep it 100 and tell the truth. If you don't want to tell the truth, just shut up. That's what I do when I don't want to tell the truth.
You know me. I'm going to speak the truth.
You going to keep it 100 if you ain't going to never do nothing. Check this out. When we raced in Fastest in America, did I make some rules at the beginning? We all agreed to it, and that's exactly how it was. We gave a certain amount of time, and the time was for everybody, and it never changed or any form of fashion. Don't you agree?
right. That's exactly right.
That's right?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Everybody agreed that we had a time between cars coming to the water box and the race and the road. Everybody agreed on it.
All right, and we all agreed because we were trying to see who's the fastest in the street, right? But just because you win one night, we won, and guess what? We might race 5 more times and never win again. Just because you win one night in a street race, it don't matter. It don't mean that but it.
If you ain't losing, you ain't racing.
Right, but with that being said, and we agreed at the last 2 or 3 races, we was going to move them up to get out of the rubber to try to keep it as street as we could and keep it real. Don't you agree with that?
That's exactly right.
So when Black Sheep Mafia raced NOLA, did I move it up?
Yes, the starting line was moved up.
Starting line was moved up, right? Yes?
Yep, it was.
So I noticed
It was moved up, and everybody was good with it.
everybody was good because the sissies won. That's why they're good with it.
Well, I agree with that.
You know.
Whenever we went out there to race them, I told our guys that road done got good, and I carry my car to where I can race any surface given, but when that road got that good, I said, we all need to change some roads, but we'd have been stupid to change and go race New Orleans because we didn't have no data on them, but we underestimated the road, but the starting line got moved up, and hey, we raced on it, we got beat.
Why didn't
But everybody agreed to that.
everybody? Why didn't you get on the internet and say that NOLA cheated? NOLA gave you extra, didn't give you but so much time. NOLA didn't do this, and NOLA didn't do that. Why didn't you do that?
Well, because you win some, you lose some, and I agreed from the day one that the starting line could move. We would have to race anywhere as long as it was on that road. It didn't matter where it was at that road. It might have been down between 2 curves. Didn't matter as long as it was on that road. It's what everybody agreed to on day one.
Right.
And it didn't say it had to be at that starting line. It didn't say right here on your grudge night. You didn't have to grudge race from right there. You could grudge race anywhere on that road you wanted to.
Absolutely.
Nobody made you grudge race where you grudge race at. That grudge race was set up between 2 racers in the back, and they could have went to the other end and raced backwards. It didn't matter. It was their deal, wherever they wanted to race at.
Who do you think, which team had the most test passes on that road more than anybody, you think?
Well, I would have to say New Orleans.
New Orleans had the most test passes on that road. That's who you'd have to. What team had the least amount of test passes on that road?
Axman, because he went home first night.
No, I'm saying he stayed there and tested before. Memphis didn't even get there till the end. Don't you agree?
I agree. And y'all probably had the least amount of tests. Memphis probably had the least amount of tests. We tested, but we were told we could only bring 3 cars.
Right. How many cars did NOLA bring?
Shit, every one of them.
Okay.
And, they raced against each other.
Absolutely, they did.
And we were told we couldn't race against each other but one time. And that's when me and Dwayne run each other.
And
then we backed up, and I said, you know what? If they're going to race each other all night long every night, we're going to do the same.
Did I ever tell you anything? I was not even on the street when the testing was going on. Don't you agree?
No, you left. That's right.
I left. I was not even on the street. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. Hey, look here. It is what it is. And most of the time, I don't get in nobody's business. I don't say nothing. Tell you I don't little lie. Tell you, do your thing, right? But now, in a street racing world, here's how it works. You're supposed to be street. I went to the cash days, like I said, with Boosted, and we moved the road. Boosted moved the road 5 times. I never badmouthed the man one time. That's how it goes.
That's what you do. We went to a gas station a few weeks ago, and we got there. It was raining over here, so we all go to another road where ain't nobody made a pass on. They was like, does anybody have a problem with that? I said, if they come to street race, they couldn't. Because when you go to a street race, you race the surface given. You don't go out there to race a surface that has 200 passes go down it. You go out and race whatever you have given to you. You race the surface given. It's simple as that. And I'm not knocking nobody by no means, but the cars they got, they're hard to get down a true street race.
Right.
Hey, as far as you don't claim to be a street racer, you got to be able to race whatever surface is given. I mean, that's just
That's keeping it down. That's keeping it 100. I ain't trying to say that I'm better than nobody. I ain't trying to say I'm faster. I'm telling you that our Memphis little old cars that we built, you can guarantee that they can't run nowhere near as fast as them No Prep King cars that NOLA's got. I'm telling you firsthand.
That's a fact. But I tell you what they'll do. You turn loose on whatever street you want to, and you'll go down it.
I'll go down it, because that's what we're going to, and we're going to.
And that's what, we tell a lot of riffraff of, y'all did this, that y'all was backed up from the starting line. Y'all was doing this. Well, when you go to a race, to a street race, you use everything you had that you allowed, we use to our advantage. I mean, hell, you go to win. You don't go to pull up right here. I mean, if it's a rule you can use it, that's what we done. Well, so the first night, the two passes where me and Dwayne run each other, that was the second set of cars go down that road. As the road got better, our team got slower because we're used to going and racing on a shit street.
Right.
Not a road that's got 200 passes.
And keeping it 100, here's what I think happened. The team gets in your ear and here's what they tell you. Hey, let's don't jump each other. Let's keep it 100. Let's try a real race. But then they the first one to jump you. And then so that puts them a car link up and then puts you a car link behind. So you 2 car links from the get-go, lose them.
Yep. And running the fastest cars and running on streets right now, you cannot make that up.
And one thing about it, has Memphis ever told you, hey, we're going to do this or we're going to do that? When we racing, we keep our mouth quiet.
I tell you what I tell them. I told them, they come over there and won't talk all that noise. We're going to do this too. I said, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get to the end first.
Yeah, you racing.
That'd be too much. And that's like me and you been the same way. I'll ask people, come on, man, let's leave hands up. You look at me last. Like, no, whoever gets the other end first going, let's see each other. You know what I mean? But that's just, it's what you signed up for, chasing the race. That's what it is. You didn't go to a flashlight car race.
It's an arm drop, and you can go with a flashlight. I can teach you 9 different ways with a flashlight. Here's what I do with that flashlight. And I see it every time it's out there. Here's what I do with that flashlight. Whoever's in the left lane, say if I'm cool with them, here's all they do. And they do it every time to us. You can watch it and you can see who's got that flashlight and you can tell easily. They'll bring the arm up, they'll hold that light. When they bring the arm up, what's 90% of the people going to do? They're going to leave. Don't you agree?
Yep.
And then you hold it a second, stall it, and turn the light on. That's part of being street racers is you got to have enough sense. You ain't got to cheat, but you got to be smart enough to keep the cheat off of you.
Yeah, that's exactly. I went to a cash day last year, and first pass I got to watching the boys banging the light. I mean, it was like clockwork. I said, hell, I got him figured out. Ain't nothing to that.
Yeah.
He went up, boom, I turned loose the button. The next time he went up there and went through that next round,
Yeah.
I turned loose the button at the same time, he held the light on me.
Damn right. And, to start off with, the crybaby, he got on there, as always, and I expected that out of him. I wasn't tripping on that, Hey, I love the crybaby, but he gonna cry and whine regardless. You can tell him you gonna give him $3 million, he'll say, oh, man, you don't think I can get $4 million, man? That's part of it. I take it for what it is, you know what I'm saying? But now when Scott Taylor got on there and told a bold-faced lie, he said that I changed the time and I put him out there and made him line the cars up and they didn't have time to tune them or nothing. Is that a lie?
No, that is a lie. You had 7 minutes. After the car got in the water box, you had 7 minutes. Okay, so take your...
Everybody had that, even when they raced you, don't you agree?
That's right, but think of it like this. Okay, you're holding me up, you're rushing my cars. My first car, I'm going to tell that guy, hey, buddy, when you make your pass, I know your parachute, you wait on somebody to pick you up down there. Don't you drive back. Well, that 7 minutes then just went 15 minutes. You got to wait till that car gets back down here.
Right.
You do that times 8 cars, that's 2 or 3 hours.
Right. They could have, if NOLA needed some more time, what you're saying, all they had to do is their guy down there, they could have waited to come back and got the little extra time if it would have done them any good.
All you had to do is go down to the other end, throw your parachute out, and wait on somebody to come pick you up. And when you're coming back, you're going to push it back 5 mile an hour, push it back 1 mile an hour. Because ain't no car going to head down the road head on towards you. They're going to wait for you.
So the post that he said was that I gave him I moved the road up on him and didn't do it on no other race, and that I gave him a certain amount of time, And I took that time and made them line all their cars up, and they couldn't have time to tune them or nothing.
No. You had time to tune them if you take, in 7 minutes to 8 cars, you got a little bit, almost an hour.
Yeah, here's what I'm saying. Did anything change from the beginning to the end of the races?
No, nothing changed.
Nothing changed, you know what I'm saying? All right, nice talking to you, sir. God bless you and take care of yourself. If you lose, you know what all you gotta do is work harder and own it like a man. Be like Murder Nova.
Exactly. Hey, if you ain't losing, you ain't making it.
Right.
Part of it. It's gonna happen.
All right, we'll see you, sir.
All right, man.
Y'all heard it. I ain't tell you, in the street racing world, you know, a lot of times, you know, hey, it's a different world, you know. And with that being said, Booster brought the light up, kind of held it, and he didn't hold it on purpose or intentionally. I don't think it was a dishonest or whatever move. But when he came up, Murder Nova left, and he red light on that one little deal. With that being said, he could have easily come back and said 9 million different things, cried and whined and all that, but he didn't. You know, and here's where I'm at with it. You know, everybody know what the crybaby gonna do. He gonna cry and whine. You know what I'm saying? He think he should have the whole world in his hand, and he think everybody else should be have a bowl of Cheerios. But now for Scott Taylor to get on there and tell a bold-faced lie like that, I felt like that, you know, he needs to make that right and say, hey, the rules was set, and you know what? That's what we went by. I moved the starting line with Black Sheep Mafia and NOLA just like I did with us. Much love, y'all. I'm done with the